What's up, guys? This is Do One of Brony, and this is going to be Mystery Skull's animated Ghost. Now, I have no idea what I'm getting myself into, and neither do I know anything about Mystery Skulls. So I'll like, I don't know, just watch the video. This video has been suggested to me by a few people, and I have to apologize to those few people because I was unable to get this video because ever since I got down here in New Orleans, I did not have any internet, so there was no possible way for me to get any new videos that weren't already on my computer to watch. And if I did have an opportunity to use internet to get said videos or videos, it's because I'm too much of an idiot to remember that I have internet to download other videos on my computer. So now that I actually remembered when I went to my sister's house and I had like a little jamboree of uploading as many videos as possible, and now stuff like that, all the way up to the Homestuck related things, I'm now able to do this and a few others that I was unable to do until just recently, I guess. Oh, also, in this video, I might as well say, if anyone's waiting for me to do Ultra Fast Pony Season 2, I was planning on doing that as soon as I came back from my sister's house after downloading all the videos, but after I checked to see if all the links were working, I was apparently wrong, because the 28th episode of Ultra Fast Pony is corrupted, so I can't start the new season unless you want to miss an episode. And since it's part of a two-part episode of Discord and whatnot, I don't want to leave myself in suspense for the fact that I just missed that episode. So until I get a new video, don't expect to see any Ultra Fast Pony until then. Shouldn't be too long. I just need to get to a house with internet and then just replace it. And also I need to remember. But anyway, Mystery Skulls Ghosts. Wait, no. Yeah, Mystery Skulls Animated Ghosts. Let's get started. Hate these new headphones. Always have like a specific area. 3, 2, 1 now. Guess I know what I'm getting into. Oh, so it's like a, alright, Scooby-Doo thing? I get it, they're jamming to the beat, at least he's having fun. Oh, he's like a... Is he a goat or a dog? Oh yeah, he's a dog. Just, I don't know, it's just something with the feet. This is awesome right now. Everything is awesome in this. This seems like a well-educated chap. He doesn't seem evil. Seriously? He just got here. Alright. whoever thinks this isn't anything Scooby-Doo related, you need to get yourself slapped, because I see all the Scooby-Doo references everywhere, and it's actually really cool. This time I might just disappear. 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 Don't matter if your feels for you. Money don't matter if your heart home. Alright, okay, sorry about if you hear fireworks in the background. It's New Year's. Happy New Year's if you're seeing this. Well, this is going to be belated New Year's because I know I'm not going to post it out today, but... Okay, forget everything I said about Scooby-Doo and stuff like that. This video does stuff that Scooby-Doo wouldn't even attempt, so forget everything that I just said about that. This is amazing. This is a unique little thing, especially since, you know, in the start, it's a little catchy, little tune, beat, awesome little music video. Looks like it'll be something. And then if you go all further into it, it's a lot deeper than you might expect. Is this part one or like part of something of a storyline? Because I think I missed something, or since it did the flashback thing, I think I was supposed to miss it. So I guess this is like it. All right. After rewatching it, I see that there are some things to look at in this in this video. The skull guy is actually used to be part of the team. Since he was part of the team, he's also like boyfriend and girlfriend with the blue-haired chick, and the shaggy guy, you know, the dude with the yellow blonde hair, pushed him off the ravine into the spikes, and that's how he died. But it wasn't his fault, because there was this thing that turned his arm like half zombie or half ghoul or something, and made him do it. And it was also the same thing that chopped off his arm, and that's how he got a robotic one too. And that thing is actually the dog fox thing. It's a dog fox thing because he obviously had different multiple tails in the flashback. So he's evil. The dog thing is evil. It wasn't the guy's fault. His arm was being controlled, and I guess the thing cut off his arm to try to like make it legit or something, like try to cover his tracks or something like that. And then in the beginning, it turns out they either was visiting the same place where he died, like driving through. Then the dude like cut off the car, and that's why they explored the mansion, got to him. And even though now I see that's why he said he hated him the most, because he's the one who killed him, but in actuality he's kind of being led to a false thing because it wasn't really his fault. And that dog thing, I don't know. Okay, I know for a fact the dog thing is the evil mastermind behind all this, and that's why he died. And it was really really sad. I think I watched this like 3 times now. Yeah, this is gonna go on my MP3 player because this is an amazing song. The beat is amazing. Everything about it. It the story behind it too. I hope it gets like a continuation with another music video. The animation is just superb and flawless. Really, nothing about it seems like off anything. It actually fits the tone pretty well of how you're supposed to feel. And yeah, everything when it comes to the story, the animation, everything is just something to like rewatch. Even if you think you can watch this once, no, you gotta watch it twice to get like a full understanding. Because I didn't know what the heck was going on really, pretty much on the first time I watched it. You guys saw that. You know when I talk, I don't really take things much too seriously, and when I don't, I do. That's why I shut up as soon as I saw him die. So yeah, that entire like third time I watched it, I didn't say a single word. I was just trying to analyze every little detail of what was going on, and boy, this is something that I really do again hope gets a continuation because I want to see like what happens to that dog thing. Dog thing's evil. I don't know if it's a fox or fox because if you have multiple tails, I go for fox immediately. That's just it. It could be a multi-tailed dog, but come on. Okay. It and it does get. I don't know if you guys ever played the game The Witch's House. It gives me the Witch's House feel ending. It is sad. The Witch's House ending made me cry like little baby tears, which made sense. I was like 13 at the time I played it. I think it was 13, probably 14. I don't know. But those times were very emotional for me, so I guess I don't know. But yeah, for spoilers for the Witch's House, so don't watch me anymore. Just click off. This is just pretty much going to be just like end review on different things. The end of the Witch's House, the main character that you thought was good is actually evil, and you're actually the witch inside the house. And then at the end, there's multiple different endings. The true ending is when you find out you're evil, you're actually the witch, and then why you actually had to go back into the house and all that. And the witch, which is now just a torso and stuff like that, crawling at you, is actually the girl you stole a body from. And she wants her body back. She's in pain and stuff. And then you're like, nope, nah, you're not going anywhere. Da 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 da. Go, and then the father shows up, and even when she tries to like struggle toward her dad, the dad just shoots her in the face, and it was very really sad. And then the witch won. The witch got away with the father. So just give him all the love that he needs, and then the cat summons out of nowhere and takes away the dead body, and I'm guessing the entire house disappears too. Almost the exact same ending here. It wasn't the blonde haired guy's fault that he killed him, but it was one of the party members inside the group that killed the dude. And now the dude couldn't get like his revenge on either of the people who did it, and he just watches his love go away with pretty much a murderer actually. And then he just disappears along with the house that he was in. It really gives me the Witch's House vibe, and I love it. I love it. If you want to get emotional, you want to get emotion out of me, oh, you got me. Oh man. All right. This was good. This is really good. Yeah, I'm actually gonna watch it again and stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Also, it's actually fun to point out how there's actual proof that the dog thing is actually like some sort of demon whatever. When they're falling down the thingamajig, this is really really clever. This is why I really really love this video. This is for my 4th time watching it, by the way. I noticed this. When they're falling down the thing, you see the reflection of the girl, the guy, but the mirror for the dog just breaks, and that is awesome. That shows that this thing is evil, and that he's to blame for pretty much the guy's misery. Oh, and I really wish I could like show you some like I really wish I was recording like on one of the reactions. Like, I actually started to cry from the moment I just kept repeating some of the things, especially the part where the dude's arm started to turn into a monster and he pushed the guy off and he was just falling. I'm like, it was really unfair. how he died. And I just need to know the reason why this thing is doing that. Is he trying to do it one by one like that? If he wanted to, he could have took out both of them or something like that. Like, what is his goal? The girl did not leave him, obviously. So he obviously had like some sort of good excuse or something like that for why he did it. And the girl didn't seem to know like who the guy was until till maybe she probably knew at the moment that the guy grabbed her, and then they were running back to the van. But oh man, this is gonna be interesting. But I just wanted to make sure I let you guys know that I know that. When I saw that part, I was like, okay, I see. That thing's evil. Some way, somehow. Please tell me there's a continuation. Please let me know when there's a continuation. And I was just gonna go to this guy's channel and subscribe to his channel and make sure I get it myself, get an alert and stuff. Just again, still tell me, because I'm gonna be probably in areas that without internet and stuff. But man, okay, this is good. I'll see you guys next time. Again, bye. Also, I also think it's interesting to point out, this is just something that just like me thinking right now here. Alright, this is back to where they're falling down and you see mirror thing. I think the mirror thing is like one of the most important things to notice in this video, besides like some other things. Okay, I got a freeze frame on all three of them being seen by a mirror. The girl's mirror, other half, shows that she has no eyes. The guy's mirror shows that he has the arm that he lost. Doesn't show that he doesn't have the arm that he lost. The dog, of course, is completely broken because, as people usually say, the mirror is supposed to be the gateway to someone's soul. At least that's what some crazy people say, along with my mother, my father, and me sometimes. And yeah, okay, this could be like something to like say, okay, the mirrors are showing what's not working. Like, the girl wears glasses, so the reason why her eyes is out is because her eyes aren't working too well, I guess. The guy's arm is gone because he has a robotic arm, so of course his arm is not working. And the entire dog here, he's not working at all because he's evil. Evil little dog. Evil. Anyway. As soon as I saw the arm thing, I'm trying to either think the mirror is just supposed to show their soul. So like the guy is either the arm was made by the dog, or it was just made and then the mirror just shows that he wasn't even supposed to have the arm because his arm is the thing that's gone, or something like that. Or maybe the fact that she doesn't have any eyes is supposed to be like a symbolization of how blind she is from the truth about what happened, how did he die, when did he die, or who killed him, and stuff like that. I think that's why her eyes were gone, just to show how blind she is, because she's literally with the two people who killed him. The first guy was unintentionally did it, but he still did it. And the dog is the true mastermind. So that's probably also why her eyes aren't in the mirror. And again, with the guy's arm, probably because it's not there to begin with, and it's a fake arm. I guess the mirrors show fakeness, and just show the symbolization of that, I guess. Because the dog is fake. The entirety of the dog is fake. His entire form is not what he truly is. The arm is not his real arm, so it doesn't show up in the mirror. And the eyes are just supposed to show that she's blind from the truth, I guess. I did a cutaway. I did a cut in with a cut in with a cut in. I did a cut in with a cut in, cut inception. Now I did a cut in with another cut inception. Okay. Little interesting thing to note. Alright, maybe I was wrong on both the times where I thought the mirror showed like the fakeness or something like that. Actually, going back to the video again, 7th time I've watched this, by the way. No, 8th time. I can't count. The eyes. This part has actually been confusing me for a bit. After they got through showing the flashback. The flashback after they showed, and then the heart came out. Then the heart trinket thing came out. And then it looks like the heart thing activated. It made the dude that died into this skull creature thing. And it took away the eyes of the girl. I'm looking at this for like, I didn't understand it at first, but it looks the pink thing, the electrical pink stuff went into the girl's eyes. So I'm guessing it took her eyes or something like that, or gave her new ones or something. I don't know. And then the dog rips off the guy's arm. Okay, alright. Again, this is all food for thought, man. And this is me coming back, like, the 8th time watching this. And there's just so much stuff to really look at. All those theories that I thought about the girl's eyes were actually null and void after I realized this little crucial detail about when the heart thing, maybe it's a locket, you know, they call it lockets and stuff. The heart locket activated. It saved this guy's soul, or trapped it into this area. It took away the girl's eyes, and the dog, wolf, fox thing ripped off the guy's arm after somehow his arm. Maybe the dog is no, the dog is evil. I already said that with the mirror thing. So. How he has the control over like ghouls and stuff, I don't know, because there's many reasons to this. All right, maybe this will probably be the last one. Who knows? This is like the 6th time I'm recording myself talking again. Oh, and this was supposed to be like just a short little video, and no, it's not. Okay, man, a lot of details to go on upon this. A lot of things. All right, I'll see you guys. You know what? Just forget it. I'm not even going to say it because I'm probably going to come back. Either or, it's food for thought. This entire video is food for thought until, like, another one comes out. If no other one comes out, I'm going to be highly upset. Like, to the point of a very big degree of really being upset. I want a continuation. Just at least something, a continuation upon what the dog thing really is. And if there is, like, I went on my phone to look up the lyrics to see if there was, like, you know, like a deep meaning within the lyrics and all that, because usually in lyrics, because I couldn't really hear the lyrics too well from the beat and stuff, and then, you know, it kind of like was a Living Tombstone kind of singing deal where it's so auto-tuned or it's so subrified or something like that. I couldn't really like get the words out, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is the first time I'm knowing that that he actually said the F word when he said it's you I hate the most. I thought it was just something else. But yeah. And there's no guarantee it doesn't matter. I'm trying to see if there's something in it. This video has really gotten me into like I want to know more. I've never been this intrigued before. Well, I have, but you know, it's very rare for me to get like this and stuff like that. And I see that there's like, is there an album of Mystery Skulls? If so, expect more videos Mystery Skulls related. And if it's just music, don't expect anything because I don't react to music. Okay, yeah, Mystery Skulls has like an album out, and it's Mystery Skulls Forever. Expect this to be with me forever. Forever. $14 is a small price to pay for Epic. So, I'll see you guys next time yet again for the 5th time. Bye. What's up, guys? This is D1 a Bit of Brownie, and this is gonna be Mystery Skulls, Ghosts, all the theories I can think of when it comes to this thing, because obviously I'm just completely fascinated with this one particular video, and I can't seem to let it alone. I've watched it 28 times at this point, trying to think of every single last thing I can think of, and I'm gonna just put out this video and just call it Blind Reaction Mystery Skulls, Ghosts Extra, or Extra Theory, whatever. I haven't gotten that far yet. And I just want to like think of all the things I could probably think of upon this one video, because there's a possibility that there isn't going to be a continuation or a prequel or anything else like that. This is just how the video is. So I want to try to see if I can discover a story for myself or something like that. And I have the video right here up in front of me, watching it. And yeah, so expect a lot of cutouts. And to tell you the truth, guys, I'm telling you this right now. I hated the fact that once I saw I was almost going to meet like a 30-minute mark on the video, I was like, okay, I either need to shorten it, leave it how it is, because I had like tons of more cut-ins of me just saying, oh wait, no this, oh wait, no that, oh wait, what about this, and how about that? So this is going to be that video of all those things put together. So expect a lot of cut-ins and cutouts. Alright, let's go. Okay, so what if I was being too hard on the dog thing, fox, demon, whatever? Maybe he is good. Maybe he ripped off the guy's arm because the guy actually had like an infection or something like that that made his arm turn that way, and he saw that, and he ripped off the arm so the infection would stop going to the rest of his body. What if that's it, and he's actually a good guy? That is possible. Again, the mirror thing could probably just show that maybe it broke because he has nothing to hide from them, from the dude, because the girl eyes were changed, the guy's arm, the dog could just be like, I don't know, it's spiritual deity that's good. The only thing that's throwing me off is that the fact that his primary color is red, and other than green, red has always been the color of evil, and stuff like that. So I don't know. But what if the dog is actually good? If the dog's good, then this could be changed into like the only the blonde haired dudes is at fault, because maybe that infection, maybe it wasn't even an infection. Maybe the infection was just like all in our minds, sort of, and that's actually just his jealousy. That just showed his jealousy, because in the beginning where he's driving in the car, he obviously doesn't look interested in those two relationships, so he's obviously jealous, or probably not obviously jealous, but somewhat jealous to the point of where he wants to push the guy off the ravine into some spikes. If that's true, then maybe us seeing the green stuff that's just like his two-facedness. That's his two-faced half of himself, I'm thinking I should do this, and he did it, and then one part of him is upset about it, but the other part of him is actually really happy about it, and the dog ripped off his arm because just to punish him a bit, maybe. But then it wouldn't make much sense. So why the dog is still with the guy? What, he apologized to him? No, probably not then. Well, dogs have been known to take things out of proportion. Maybe he did see some sort of infection thing and he just wanted to bite it off. Maybe not. Probably. Okay, maybe. What about the girl? I've been dodging the girl here. What about her eyes? And why? Maybe it wasn't her eyes that just were affected. It was actually her entire mindset to actually kind of forget about him or try to think of something else to try to replace that memory with another thing, because the locket affected it. Because the locket is actually some sort of magical trinket, probably made by their grandfather. The grandfather probably made the locket just to make sure it's a failsafe for something like this to happen. If that happened, then what if when the locket activated, it was supposed to save the guy's soul? So the fact where he can come back to life with the touch of the girlfriend, but then the guy is actually evil, because if he's actually evil, he grabs her away and throws her into the van thinking that he's evil and stuff like that. If that's true, since the locket fell and then it turned like blue and it looks like the power of it deactivated, and so it can't work anymore. So that's why he had to take the acceptance of the fact that he can't get her back, and that's why he disappeared along with the mansion. So his soul was put to rest painfully, but it was put to rest. Or maybe, what if the guy that pushed him off the ravine was actually trying to help him out by killing him? What if he wanted to die so he could activate? No, that's stupid. I don't know why I'm thinking like that. Anyway, about the dog. Okay, the dog could probably be something else. He could probably be a six-tailed dog or a six-tailed fox. Give me 1 second. Okay, now after going through multiple, and I mean multiple pages on Google of trying to pass all the Naruto things, when I googled up multi-tailed fox, I found the actual folklore upon what a multi-tailed fox, aka a nine-tailed fox, represent upon a fox spirit, and it turns out fox spirits can shapeshift, but they're actually supposed to shapeshift into women, but it does not limit, does not limit it to the species of women that they are evolving into. So what if the dog is actually not a guy, but is actually a girl, and he shapeshifts into the dog because he needed to be with them to be their guardian of some sort, and so the guardian tried to help but failed miserably because the dude still died, so he's not doing a very good job if that's true. As for the dude that died, his spirit, pretty much we pretty much don't have to talk about much about the guy, because in the video itself we actually see his background, his backstory. He's boyfriend and girlfriend with the girl. They went inside the cave. The cave, however, I need to bring up, the cave actually had, outside of it, was like a skull and crossbones, so that depicted it as dangerous. So, of course, Mystery Skull's crew needs to find out this place and what's up, and of course. So what if in the air of that area was actually supposed to get inside their heads to make them do bad things, and the weak-minded one, he really looks weak-minded, no offense to the dude, but he does. he was actually being affected, and that's why he pushed him off, because he was being affected by whatever the air was doing to him in that cave, and that's why the dog had to rip off his arm, because he tried to save him, because he's the guardian of the thing, and that's why he shapeshifted into the dog to be there with them when that happened. Yes? Okay, that's good. Anyway, the girl with the eyes staying with the locket activated. Again, the locket could be made by him, but maybe what if the love stayed within the locket and the love just like connected and then made the thing go with the stuff and the things and got rid of her eyes and made her eyes truly believe that he was gone, but he just had to immediately accept the fact that he's gone, so thus negating any other factors that came up with the topics of maybe he's gone. Okay, what else does this thing say about fox spirits? It also says that they're part of the supernatural significance of kammis. I don't get the kami part because gods and foxes don't really mix. I'm just saying, what does the fox say in this situation does not matter. What I have to say about the situation in the matter is that fox is probably good, and I'm sorry for ever saying he is bad, or maybe he is in fact bad, but he's just doing a bad thing to make a good thing happen because maybe the guy wasn't really a good guy. And I mean the guy who died and not the guy who pushed him off the ravine. Because maybe the guy who pushed him off the ravine was actually way better than the guy who died. But maybe still, it's all up to interpretation upon who you think is good and who you think is bad. Because good and badness don't really connect when it comes to these two things. When you think of a dog, maybe a dog wouldn't even matter. Maybe he's not even an actual dog or a fox. Maybe he's a demon wolf. Let me look up demon wolf. I got nothing when I searched up demon wolf. Anyway, from what we got there, it's left up to a lot of things to think about in the situation when you want to come up with the entire group's background. To tell you the truth, there's one thing you can say. Each and every one of those members, maybe excluding a dog, has been affected in some way and is affected in a supernatural kind of existence. Not much about the girl I know, though, but obvious reasons from the guy who probably has ghoul powers, who has to turn into a ghoul and just loses himself and probably likes to push people off ravines when he turns into a ghoul. Who knows? The guy is now Ghost, who's probably now gone forever because he accepted the fact and his acceptance allowed his spirit to move on. And the dog is a wolf, demon, fox, whatever spirit, salamander thing. So, from all that being said, I'm still watching the video, and what if the head bobbing is supposed to actually show that they all care about each other in the deep end? And if they do, why is he trying to kill him? So that's probably not it. Anyway, I'm also back in the kitchen scene when they're about to eat sandwiches, but apparently they stop because they have to run because a dude's coming. As you can see, the girl has a way smaller sandwich than the dog, so there's a high possibility that the dog eats a heck of a lot more than the girl, which makes sense. The girl needs to keep her figure, but as for the dog, he doesn't have to keep his figure because he's a demon wolf fox thing, and demon wolf fox things are heavily known to not really get much fat unless you are actually real. If it's actually real, then they get fat, but since it's a cartoon, it makes sense. As for the time they're running, I'm looking back at the time where the dog almost got his head chopped off. You may think this is a cartoon to the point where you think, oh wait, no, it's fine, he just put his head within the thing and so he just pops right in. No, he actually reanimated his head back. And he just made it look like it was a cartoon thing, because the two humans don't know that they're actually in a cartoon area. To the point where we don't even have to think of theories like this because it's not real. But, since it's very important and this video is awesome, it's something I need to think about. Give me another second. Okay, we're back into the cave, and when we see the two about to split off in two different paths, the two signs say question mark, but the other sign says question mark, exclamation point. Or maybe my eyes are failing me, because maybe that's another exclamation, another question mark or something, but I see exclamation point at this moment. Again, my eyes could be playing tricks on me. But in any situation, that side means you will have question. Oh yeah, it is a question mark. Now I'm seeing it. Okay, it's 3 question marks on each end. The first side going this way, it means you'll have questions. They will not be answered, and they will never be answered. And the other one is supposed to represent you have questions. They will be questions, and there will even be more questions. So makes sense that when the two guys go this direction, the dog actually followed the two guys, because he's not actually following the girl, he's actually looking at that direction. So you have to interpret the fact that he actually went in that direction. Since he went in that direction, you actually see him in the little corner spot there when they widescreen the area of where you see the spikes and the guy looking down. And when you see that, then you see his like dead eyes. He has like complete dead eyes. It's weird. Not to mention the fact that if you look even closer, you see that there is another entrance, or two other entrances, I might add, that look kind of the same where they are right now. So, who knows that one of these other entrances actually... I see it! I see something that I did not see before. The guys went up, and the girl went down. And if you look closely at the widescreen shot, I'll put it up on the screen somewhere. If you look far in the little corner right there, that you see her at the bottom. I did not see that. I did not see that, and now I do. You see her at the bottom, so I'm like, how did she be able to see it if she wasn't there? Well, that's because she was there. She was there to witness all this crazy happening stuff. And since she was there, she didn't, but she was too high up to see the guy turn into a ghoul with the black eye, green, whatever, and he pushed the guy off. After pushing the guy off and he fell, he died. Then the heart trinket thing comes out. That's either his heart or his locket. We're going to go for locket because there's a locket at the end of the thing. So the locket represents his heart and spirit, and then it activated, trapping his soul wherever and turning him into this weird skeleton creature thing. You get her, she sees him die. She sees him die. She sees him die, but then the thing does something to her eyes. Interpretation, probably made her not see it or something. Or made her eyes blind. Or maybe she is blind. No, she's not blind. Obviously. Okay, what if something, the thing, happened? Okay, because we cut from the guy. He turned into a thing. Then the girl got her eyes something. And then the dog rips off the guy's arm after you see that his ghoul side, dead side or something, evil side, is pretty much happy that he did this, and the other side is not happy that he's dead. So obviously he did not mean to do it in a way, sense, or form if we're not talking about his actual jealousy taking over his body, making him do it. Again, we go back to the fox, and I count again. It's still 6 tails. 6 tails. If there's one thing I know about the multi-tailed foxes, is the fact that if you have 9 tails, you are the highest ranking upon the highest ranking of foxes. And anything below 9 tails, it means that you're a lower breed, but you have different types of sets of powers and abilities that you can use. As for this one, his shapeshifting sucks because all he can do is shapeshift into a freaking dog thing. And so, okay, got that out of the way. And we see after the flashback, he is still that demon fox wolf dog thing, and he knows the truth somehow. I think the one thing you can say again, he knows more than anyone else in the group right now. He knows a lot more than this, a lot more than the blonde-haired guy, the blue-haired chick, and the pink-haired guy. I mean, pink-haired soul skeleton guy thing. I should have went on like the Wikipedia to look up these guys' names because I know they have names. We're too good to not give great character designs and looks and feels like this names, but I'm just gonna call him guy, person, this and that. He blows up the mansion, but he doesn't really blow it up since it's still there while it's there to explode. He apparently has a warp ability because as soon as they got into the van, he's somehow into his room looking over at them in the window. So if he had a warp ability, why didn't he just use a warp ability to catch the guy instead of running at him like this and stuff? Then he cries, and then he disappears along with the mansion, and that's the end of the thing. Alright, okay, we got that. The entire house itself is alive, sort of. And what about those ghost things that come out in the beginning? What about those things? What if those things are like the manifestations of his psyche, and all of them supposed to represent a different kind of feeling that he has toward his friends? Probably not, because I'm thinking too far into that. Okay. We got these pictures here. The pictures, you know, that come out of the wall for a few seconds and go back in, and then the woman pulls the lever for them to fall down. The guy is Edgeworth, meaning a prosecutor. So he wants to be a prosecutor. Grows up. The woman is supposed to represent the blue-haired chick, but he sucks at drawing. So he didn't really know how she looked like for how long that he got to see each other. The skull that's on top of her head is smiling, so I guess it's supposed to represent how he really feels about her, about always being happy. The wrestler, he played too much of that rhythm game on the Wii system, I guess, so he just drew that. the priest is supposed to represent his death. Okay, they actually went to a priest and stuff, and the two silhouette things in the background are supposed to represent his two other friends that he thought he had, which was a dog and the blonde haired dude and stuff like that. So the pictures are really meaningful, I think. Probably not. Probably not. Okay. Anyway, with that, they fall down, and then we get the infamous scene where I already pointed out that the girl's eyes are gone, the guy's hand is gone, the arm is gone, and the mirror for the dog is breaks. So the dog, again, still could be good and still could be evil. It left up interpretation, either or. You're out on one side or the other. The question is, how did he get like this? Like, did they bury him? Did they put him in a casket inside of a weird house that doesn't exist? Or something like that. Or maybe this is where he just was buried or just like trapped forever and stuff like that. Nah. There are other things I could probably think of in this situation. Probably not. Maybe the pink fire is supposed to represent something of his entire view on reality. And probably not, because everything, his primary color is pinkish. Pink. And stuff. So yeah, that's another thing. What if the girl is actually evil? What if the girl is what if the whole innocent act is actually supposed to really like fool us to the point where she actually is a person of good work? No. What if when she's at the bottom, she was hoping that he'd fall down, and so she could grab the locket, which holds sentimental meaning. And everyone knows in Adventure Time there is a witch in Adventure Time that uses sentimental feeling into like a potion to summon this giant whatever the heck and try to destroy the Candy Kingdom. She could be one of those witches or something. Or probably not, because, you know, again, reasons. What if their colors meant something too? Like, you know, the guy's pink, purple, whatever is actually dominant to yellow, but red should be dominant because it's red, and blue and red should be together. So maybe the fox spirit wanted to be with the girl, so he had to get the girl to be angry at the guy, at the blonde-haired dude, but also get rid of the purple-haired dude too. So he made the blonde-haired dude push the purple-haired dude off so he could just die, and then the girl would just hate the blonde-haired dude for what he did. But the locket activated, changing her mindset and made him stay and stuff. No, that probably isn't it either. Okay, what if there's a time lapse on the hood, not the, on the little bobble thing of the boo, with the blue boo Kamina yellow tongue thing or something like that, which actually corresponds to their colors. As for the blueness, you got the girl. As for the yellow tongue, you got the guy. And then as for the red, you got the dog thing. So that's where it's supposed to be. The dog just didn't find like symmetry or balance in the group, so he had to kill off the purple-haired dude so he can make things right. But apparently they messed up by driving to his grave burial, and then all this crazy shenanigans happened. That can also be a thing. Probably. Or maybe they stole the van. I'm going to stop right there because that's obviously their van. No other person would be driving in a van like that unless you're a cosplayer of huge degree. And, okay. Okay, I got it. What if this is just all a very well animated and great little music video of a song from a band somewhere called Mystery Skulls, and from their album they used it, and then they made this a unique and awesome story that represents a lot and is supposed to make people think, and also make other people come together to think about great theories, and also make these great characters, along with the guy that is dead and who is a skull thing, because he looks like a guy who could be popular on everything and have a lot of actual fan-made content on him. Along with me, I have actually drawn him a few times and stuff like that. And so, yeah, okay, maybe that's it. If any of these theories are correct or wrong or all wrong, then please be the judge of that in some way, shape, or form in the comment section below. If not, you can just leave or not really care. I'll be surprised if you just lasted 5 minutes of me babbling on about this, because I'm not. Yeah, so anyway, this is a fun little thing that I just needed to do because all these things going on in my head in this one particular video that I can't stop watching. I'm telling you guys right now, this is like my 58th attempt of watching this after all the theories that I've been thinking about. Or maybe, what if, what if his brother is Slender Man and Slender Man is actually like in the background somewhere? We find Slender Man, we discover the truth. What's that truth? I don't know, but there is still a lot of things about this that could be made. If there is a continuation, which there probably will not be, I am willing to think of more things. I'm trying to really think about the part where they're running into the doors, because I'm telling you there's probably a subliminal message in there somewhere. Probably not. Okay, wait, hold on. If you guys look carefully in the beginning and to where we actually did the flashback, you can see that the moon is in a crescent position along with the time in the flashback that it's also in a crescent position. That means that there's a possibility that they are actually in the exact same place during the exact same time where the guy died. So maybe a year has passed or more to the point where they came back to his burial position and just didn't know. Maybe this is just like a area that they have to pass through and they can't go around it or under it or over it. They actually have to take the Mystery Skulls van and go through it. So that's why the guy could have the opportunity to get them, and that's why he made the mansion even after the cave. The cave, however, is his actual burial because they couldn't get him out of the spikes because the spikes is dangerous, bro, and stuff like that. So I don't even know where I'm going with this. I'm pretty much lost in thought right now. Anyway, still, maybe the cave has something to do with the changing of the guy. The stalagmites and stalactites are actually their enemy. Again, in the corner, you see the girl, which is cool. There's a little detail I missed like a 1,000 times. But just what happened? The main question that I will have to ask and actually get an answer from one of you guys is what happened to her eyes? Really, what happened? Like, she's not blind, obviously. Her. If you look at her eyes in the beginning, in the flashback, and in the end, it's not like her eye color changed, which probably would have represented something. Stuff like that. Things. I got nothing. All right, I think I'm done. Yeah. So I'm watching this video though, and I'm probably gonna make it like an extra part 2. I'm just happy that I didn't do this in the video itself, or I would have been way, or probably like close to an hour on a 4-minute video. That should have just been a short thing. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. All right. Now I hope you guys look at that annotation, and for those of you who are on like your mobile devices and can't see annotations or something like that, I'd like to let you know that yes, I have seen this video that many times. And I think I came up with a final note that I hope that this is the last time you ever have to see me in this video. Because I swear that the other two videos, well, the other videos, first it was a video where I watched it, and then all the theories I went up with that, and then I thought, okay, I have all these other things. Some of them may be complete and utter sarcasm. My sarcasm going overload, but I was really trying to like think of everything possible. But I finally came up with like a final like theory that might be true to an extent, because I just got through playing like the package 3 trilogy of Phoenix Wright on the 3DS, which I was happy that Nintendo actually recognized how great Phoenix Wright is to actually do that. And after getting through playing the games, I denounced myself as a forgotten Phoenix Wright fan, because I can't believe I didn't even try to do this once when watching it. So I lost all my points. Monica, you're now like the champion, because I'm ashamed of myself. What is the one thing that Phoenix Wright has always told you to do in any case that you can't really figure out something? Turn the case on its head. So try to think the opposite of what you think, and that's usually the right answer. And then I did that, and then I'm like, that makes sense. Know the part where the guy, well, first the blonde-haired dude turns into whatever. His hand starts turning, which I think is activated from the dog, because he has no reason to be up there. And why is he a black silhouette when he has nothing wrong to do? He did that to the guy, and he awakened some sort of power, or turned him into that thing slowly. He couldn't stop it like that, so he had to rip off the guy's arm. After pushing the guy off the the cliff, I keep calling it ravine. I don't. I think I get that wrong when I say that, but pushing him off the cliff, the side, and then he falls, and then he hits the spikes. Here's what I never thought, and I feel stupid for not thinking once. What if the girl is a witch of some sort? I keep avoiding the girl, and that was my problem. What if the girl is a witch, and as soon as she saw him die, her powers immediately activated, meaning that it happened on accident, and her powers activated the locket to save his soul, or trap his soul somehow into this area. Since it happened on accident, she didn't know what happened, she didn't know what to do, and that's why her eyes didn't show up, because that's her eyes that activated the power. There's no other thing I could probably think about her eyes, besides the fact that her eyes activate her magic to help whatever it is. Because the locket probably was never even magic. Her magic made it powerful to seal his soul away, and that's what made him apart. And once the locket fell and broke, the magic disappeared from it, turning it back into like its original state, thus making the guy unable to manifest himself into the world again. And so he disappeared like that. The girl, however, because you can obviously see that these kids are not like regular kids in a way. How the dog is some spiritual deity, so why can't the guy have some kind of power of a ghoul or zombie or something? And they have good enough technology to make robotic arms, so they're part of the future or something like that. I'm not sure if we can currently make robotic arms that work functionally, but I don't know. And the girl could probably be a witch, because the only thing I say about that is the eyeglasses that she wear. Those eyeglasses that she wear are the same color as the guy's primary color that he uses once he's dead, which is the pink hair, the pink fire, and all that stuff. And her glasses are pink. So who knows? Maybe her magic is pink and her primary color is just blue for some reason. So that's just another note. This is like my third time rendering the video, because first video was just me talking and just talking on one particular subject. The other one was just me thinking of a wild assortment of subjects that you really should not take seriously. If you really did, shame on you. And this one is pretty much like what I need to think about after watching it this many times, because there's nothing else you can really think of when it comes to her eyes, can you? Like, she's not blind. She obviously remembers her old friends, or her eye, and what would mean her eyes not forgetting the guy? It will affect her brain, unless you want to say the eyes are like the corresponding to her brain, since her eyes are connected to our brains, I think. And if not, I suck at science class, so of course I don't know. And yeah, so I'm just going for a witch. She could be a witch. If the fox dog can be something, I think she can be something too. The guy turning into half whatever, and the guy actually and the dead guy turning into a ghost. I mean, like, anything's possible at this moment. So yeah. All right. So that's my final note for like her being a witch. Nothing pretty much changed on everyone else. Just her being a witch. And if she's not a witch, then yeah, okay. But I was just sad to know that even though I'm a Phoenix Wright fan and usually always do that tactic, I didn't do it once in this entire thing of watching this video. So, I'm ashamed of myself. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey.